Today we're going to be learning about pumpkins, and we're also going to be learning about what is symmetry. So I have a little video here that we'll watch that is about symmetry and how you actually use it in art as well as finding symmetry around you. So we're going to be creating what is called a print, and that is when you paint on one side of your paper, you fold it over, and it creates a symmetrical image on the other side. So we'll be using this with tempera paints, and we're going to just start with one basic color. You can start with orange, you can start with black, whatever you so choose. And we're going to get going on using a large paper, but you can also do this with a smaller paper. Let's get started. So here is my example, and we're going to be using black tempera paint and orange as well. So on your large 12 by 18 piece of paper, you'll notice I just have two paint colors for us to play with today. And what we're going to do is work on using only one half or one side of our paper. So for us to make it a little easier, I have the black in these little containers here. So it's easier for you in the classroom to have it at your desk or your station and for me to fill up. But for me in the video, I'm just going to have it this way. So the first thing I want us to do is to fold our paper in half. So just like folding it in a book half. And this is what's going to help us make that symmetrical look. So you'll notice I have that crease right there down the middle, but what I don't want to do is to paint both sides. Today, I just want to paint one side. But before we get going on the painting, I want to show you one thing. Think about if you had to share a pizza. So I'm going to zoom in here and just draw this circle. And if you have a younger brother or older brother and they go, here, I'm going to cut this and you're going to get this small side and I'm going to get this larger side. Is that equal or is that the same? It's not. So what if they go, all right, I'm going to cut you a slice here like this, and you're going to get that side and I'll get the other side. No, that's not equal either. So neither of those are symmetrical. Symmetrical is the same. So think about when you go to cut a piece of pizza or a big pizza, how are you going to cut it? All of those are the same. And if you keep going down and down and down and doing all these diagonal lines, you'll end up with a lot of pizza slices that are all symmetrical and the same. So as we're doing this today, we're going to paint only on one side and then it's going to print on the other side. So as you can see here, I'm going to grab some of my black paint, and it's going to feel weird at first when you go to grab the paint and you go, I'm only painting half of my picture. So on your paintbrush, make sure you grab a lot of paint. You want to make it nice and juicy because if it's just a little paint, it's not going to show. So then you'll fold your paper over, massage that spot, and voila, you'll have a perfect print. And these are symmetrical. What I want you to do is not paint over on the other side. If you ever have where it doesn't print very well, go back to the right, add a little paint on top of what you did, fold it, and then you're going to give it a little bit of a massage right where you painted. So just gently, not a lot because you'll squish it everywhere. And you'll see when you open it up, you have a beautiful print. Seeing some of the white lines helps a lot, but I don't want to see you paint. Uh-oh, you see I made an oops as I was showing. I don't want to see you paint the lines on the other side because it changes it. So I'm going to keep my beautiful oops and see what becomes of it, right? I could always wipe it off, but I figured, let's make an oops. Oh, there we go. Cool. So with our pumpkin, I'm going to still keep working on the one side, and I'm going to keep adding in some details. Let's see. How about we add in our eye? So I'm going to make one eye. And remember, we're using a lot of paint to keep it nice and juicy. And I'm going to make what would be the inside, if you saw inside of it. Fold it. Give it a little massage. And then we'll open it up and ta-da! I have the other eye for my pumpkin. So now for the nose, it's a little tricky. Think about the style nose that you want. Do you want the triangle pointing up or down? And all I'm going to do is just do half of it like this. And right now it looks like a snowman's nose. But when I fold it and massage it, we'll get the same print. So let's see what happens. Yay! All right, I want you to do the same thing with the mouth, and then you can add on some other pumpkin lines. I'm going to use my beautiful oopses as my option. And uh-oh, did you guys see what Miss Holland just did? Oh no, I'm painting on the wrong side. Ah, that's okay. I'll fold it over. I'll massage it. And then I'm going to go right back to painting only on the right. So that way everything works out as it should. So take your time creating your mouth, add in some other parts to it, add your lines, and keep printing. Once you've added in all the different details that you wanted and some of the highlights using the orange and even some design in the background, you can make sure your name is on it somewhere. We're going to set it on the dry rack. And this is something that if you did at home or somewhere else, you can always go back and color it once it's dry and add in using oil pastels, just like we've done in the past with our butterflies. Here are my girls creating this with me at home as well. Have fun!